love the game. They love to teach the game, and they've made me a better player, over my past 3 years that I've been here. So that's a lot to consider as well.
Are you surprised to be in this decision after just 3 years?
Yeah, if you asked me 3 years ago if I'd be in this position, I'd tell you no. To be honest, when I first committed here and got here, I didn't even know if I could, play at this level. Coming from a small town school in Iowa, but I've just tried to come in every day and work my hardest, and I have great coaches and teammates around me who've helped me learn the game, on a deeper level.
What was the hardest thing about your injury? Like, was there a moment? Was it the moment you're laying there? Is it a couple games later? Can you walk us through what you're going through?
I mean, just not being out there really, just having to watch on the sideline. That first game, the week I got injured, and then I came back to watch the Illinois game. Even on the sideline before the game, as the national anthem was going off, just looking up at the flag, it was pretty emotional. Just not being able to be out there with these guys, after everything we've gone through this season, just fighting each and every Saturday together, and not being able to be out there was pretty tough.
How soon would you like to make a decision?
There's no set date. I'm just trying to take my time with it, really, and enjoy this process, being around these guys. So there's no really set date. I'm just trying to get as many questions answered as I can.
What's your guys' collective reaction to Phil winning the Broyles Award?
I think everybody was really excited for him. He's not a guy who really likes the spotlight, as many of you guys know. But it's really cool to see what he's done. Get recognized, on a national level, because I think he deserves it. He probably could win it damn near every year. I think with what he does, with our defense. But it's definitely really exciting to see. And all the guys are really happy for him.
You're DB of the year in the Big Ten too. I mean for not getting a full season, that's got to be, you're on that select list, I guess.
Yeah, it's a cool group to be a part of, especially with all the Iowa guys that are in there as well. It's a tremendous honor, I think, to be a part of that group.
You talked a little bit about your reflection over the last 3 years. I don't know if you even look back. 5 years ago was March or April of 2020 when you committed, and I drove out there to Ida Grove to chat with you on the track there. I think I was the only one there to do an interview with you. A shy little kid from Ida Grove that didn't have a lot to say.
I saw that video on Twitter the other day, I think. It looked like a little kid.
You've grown and being a little bit more well-spoken since then, I'll say that much at least. But, I mean, do you look back on that and just be like, man, I feel like you and your whole family has to look back and just be like, wow, a lot has sure changed over the last 5 years.
Yeah, it was definitely a surprise when I saw that video, just looking back on how much of a baby I looked like, didn't have much weight on me, but it's really cool to look back on it, actually, to be honest, with my family as well. We've been talking about it, over this past month or so. It's really cool to look back on, to see, where I've come from, and just to try and show kids, from small towns in Iowa or around my area that this is possible, to put yourself in this position to play Division I football at the highest level, to have these different opportunities, to take that next step.
Cooper, a lot of the times the rehab process can be a lonely process. You talked about getting emotional during national anthem. How have you kind of stayed engaged with the team and just, because it seems like you're just as happy, if not happier, than when you guys had success, just from videos and watching you. How have you kind of maintained emotionally and kind of in check with everything going on?
Really just staying around these guys, to be honest. I chose to stay here after surgery because I felt that was best for me, just to still be involved, be in meetings, be around the guys, because that's what's most fun to me, about playing college football. just being around these guys and enjoying our time together, while also being serious and talking about football, each and every day. But it's definitely been tough. It's had its tough moments, but I've just tried to stay engaged as much as I can. To kind of just keep my mind off it as well.
I imagine as competitive as you are, going to Indianapolis and being, watching everything, is that as big of a gut punch as you maybe had all year, just not being able to be out there in uniform and compete?
Really every game, to be honest. Yeah, I've never really gone through an injury like this, so it's been a big challenge for me. Just trying to take it step by step and not rush anything. But yeah, not being out there. Whether it's in Indianapolis or those other 2 or 3 games that I missed, it was definitely really tough.
Obviously, you can't play, but when it comes to Iowa Hawkeyes playing in bowl games, the ones that have decisions usually play. Even last year with Jack and Sam, and Tori's playing this year, and all these guys. Yeah. What is it about that? Why does this place seem a little different than maybe the rest of NCAA football when it comes to playing in bowl games?
Yeah, I think it's just guys wanting to play for their teammates. We build such strong relationships with one another. You don't want to let that go, and you want to give it your all. As many opportunities as you get, and play for this coaching staff as well. I think these guys make you feel loved around here, and they love to teach the game, and they give you so much. It just makes you want to give it back to them.
Walk me through kind of how the injury happened, and did you realize right away that it was going to be as severe as it's been?
Yeah, so I kind of just was planning, and I planned it wrong, and kind of just broke, I guess. But getting up, I knew something was wrong. Trying to walk off the field, it didn't feel too well. But I didn't know how severe it was, but I knew it was probably pretty bad. Yeah.
Jumped in late. Where you at with the decision on coming back? And does the thought of maybe getting your name on the side of Kinnick weigh in your mind in that decision?
I've heard that a little bit as I've been trying to make this decision, but I'm really not in any sort of rush. I'm trying to weigh all my options. Talk to as many people as I can, just to make sure it's the best decision for me going forward.
What does it mean that you were injured and you still had a couple games left, and yet you were a unanimous first-team All-American, and every outlet in the country thought that you were the best player in your position?
Yeah, it's really cool. There's only a select few guys who get that honor. Being alongside Tori, it's really cool. Recognition, I guess, if you will. But I said this earlier. I think it's just a testament to what we've accomplished as a defense and special teams unit. Really, as a team, just staying together and fighting together. I wouldn't be able to get all these accolades or whatever without those guys. So really, I think it's a testament just to our whole group as a whole.
Has it set in that you're going to have your portrait in the All-American room?
Not really. I don't think it will until I see it up there.
Thanks, Cooper.